Gentleman from Pennsylvania. Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute, and the House will be in order.
Mr. Speaker, it's truly an honor to welcome to the House of Representatives today Rabbi Seymour Rosenbloom of Congregation Adath Jeshurun in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania. Rabbi Rosenbloom attended the University of Rochester and the Jewish Theological Seminary of America. He, his wife Beth, and their 3 sons are residents of Elkins Park. Later this year, Rabbi Rosenbloom will observe the 10th anniversary of his leadership at Adath Jeshurun. Mr. Speaker, this is a particularly special time for Rabbi Rosenbloom to address the House. First, several dozen members of the congregation are here today to observe the Congress in action and to discuss with members of Congress the current plight of Soviet Jewry. I know they feel a great sense of pride in seeing their rabbi before the House today. In addition, Rabbi Rosenbloom has just returned from a trip to the Soviet Union where he, Adath Jeshurun President Arnold Hoffman, and their wives spent 10 days. This group traveled to Leningrad and Moscow and met with a number of refuseniks, including A.J. adoptees Yulia Kosharovsky and Julian Kassin and their families. They saw firsthand the tragedy that befalls those in the Soviet Union who wish to worship freely, study their history and traditions, and pursue their right to immigrate freely. I make reference to the rabbi's visit here today, by contrast, because he stands before one of the greatest institutions that democracy has ever known. The differences between his environment last week and the one in which he finds himself today could hardly be more dramatic. In one, free speech is suppressed, free worship is a farce, and basic needs are meted out arbitrarily by the state. The other is symbolized most profoundly by this very chamber. The free exchange of ideas is not only allowed but encouraged. All are free to travel or worship as they see fit. Mr. Speaker, we are grateful for the spirituality, the wisdom, and the moral leadership that Rabbi Rosenbloom shares with us today. As his words echo in this chamber, let us remember also that there are indeed many who are not so fortunate, who long to express themselves freely, and whose basic rights are not secured.
The time of the gentleman has expired. The chair requests that those in long conversations standing on the